Hi, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. Today I have a card for you. It's going to be super quick. It's super cute. And I think it's something that a lot of people have missed because it's part of our celebration coordination line. And so it's not in any catalog. I have this and then check back in probably in a day or two because my weekend things don't always post every day. But I have another one that will be coming up. But these are part of a special promotion. So they're not, because they're not in a catalog, I know a lot of you aren't seeing them. But the dies that I'm going to use today are part of that. They're called Sending Flowers. It's a really pretty die, and I'm going to let it do most of the work for us. I am going to use the Celebration stamps, and these are in the original Celebration offerings from January, but they're still available free till the end of March. So if you purchase the dies, then you're on your way to the $50 to get this. It's a really bright, cheery, super easy card, and it's a fun little birthday. But the way these greetings go, there's an inside and an outside for congratulations and miss you and thank you. So you could do the same card and then just switch up the words and just do it over and over. You could also switch the colors. So I'm going to use Whisper White cardstock for my back. Like I said, it's really easy. So this is just a half sheet. And then this piece here, this is the die. See how pretty it is? It doesn't cut out. So I have cut my circle. There's different ways you can do it, or my square. And it is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then this is a piece of the Noble Peacock specialty foils. And I have cut it this is just one of our circle dies from the circle dies. And then these other little pieces are some of the pieces that you get with this die. So let's just run all these through. We have our pieces to work with. So let's go first with running all these. I didn't clean this off from if you watched my Easter card die, my Easter pieces are still stuck in here. I had everything ready, but not that. So stick this circle on here. And then these little pieces of flowers. This is going to cut some flowers out for us. And then this is really a banner, but I don't need the whole thing. So I'm going to squish it down here. That way I can get another one out of it later. I'm going to use it for just a little, it's to put the sayings on it. It fits a lot of the words in that stamp set. It is designed to go with the stamp set that I'm using. But I'm not going to put my words on it because I designed mine so I needed the bigger words on the front. Just run that all the way through. Got all those pieces, and these are all new dies, so one pass and you're good. See all my little flowers? In fact, you don't even need those because they all cut just fine. Let me grab my scrap paper and put those on there. Here's the scrap paper that I used when I made the card. Because scrap might as well be used till it can't be used anymore. And then there's a little scallop banner that comes with it, and then this one, see it punched out those little holes. Isn't that cute? So got that, and now we need our main focus. We will be making this card at my March camp, and I want to put this centered on here because, like I said, it doesn't actually punch the circle out or cut the circle out, so you want to make sure it's on there because this piece is going to go on our card. But we're making this at my March camp. If you live in Indy and you'd be interested in coming, you are welcome to. I often have people ask if you're a demonstrator, if you can come, and you're more than welcome to come. You just pay the class fee. If you're a demonstrator and you're in my group, then you don't pay any, or if you're like signed up under me, then you don't pay anything. So I'm going to show you how this comes apart. So you have the flowers here. This piece right here comes out. So you just want to make sure you don't tear any of your flowers. Doing it against this black so maybe you can see it a little bit better. And I'm also doing it upside down and standing up, which it's not hard to get out. It's because I'm doing it at a funky angle. Maybe it's not going to work. Let me sit down so I can see better what I'm doing. There we go. So see, you just have to pull those out from the bottom. But here's what I mean. These don't come out. So you have the option. I should have got one of the other cards that I've made with this. You can pop all these little petals up if you want. I'm not going to for this card. It's going to be white on white, so it wouldn't matter so much anyways. If you're doing it on another color, it looks really cute to do that. Now I am going to take my corner punch, just because want these a little rounder. I'd like it a little softer. So this is our 3-in-1. So just slide it in there so they go to the edge. Oops, I didn't punch hard enough because again, I'm sitting at a funky angle. These work better, I feel, if you stand up, but I just sat down, so you know I'm a little lazy. Pull that off there. So just slide it in. You could also do this before you actually run it through the die, which was how I did it before. The paper's a little sturdier, but it works. Just slide those in there, and it just rounds those. I think it's not quite as harsh, and it goes better with the circle. Just slide those in there. And then this will do ribbon, and then this makes a little pretty thing, which doesn't quite, that pattern doesn't quite go with that. But now we've got these, and it's a little less harsh. So now we're gonna take our pieces. Just go brush those on the floor because my floor needs to be swept anyways, and it's faster. So we have this piece here that came out of the flowering foils. Super pretty. And then I've got blends. And I went back and forth. First I had like super Easter colors, but at camp we already got a couple of Eastery looking cards because you know it's spring and all about spring getting here fast. So then I went with, I wanted to match the foil paper, and this is olive, so I got my light olive. And then I decided to go bright and cheery in case they didn't use this right away and it got closer, like in between past Easter, and they wanted to use the card. But it's still like, this will go all the way through summer. So I have my dark daffodil and my dark poppy. Don't need that now. So I just took all of the ones that look like tulips. I took my brush tip. It goes super fast. And you don't want to like overlap the colors a lot. So literally just brush that on there. You want it to be bright, and the more you color these colors, the darker and deeper they would get. Is that all my tulips? Oh, one down here. And then these tulips over here that popped out of our little pieces. Just color these. You can take your pick tool. You don't want to get your fingers dirty. And just hold these. And it holds them in place. You can see this. You definitely want to do it on a piece of scrap paper. And then I also have, while I have my poppy out, I have our basic pearls, and I want 3 of these colored in red. Just use your brush tip and they'll dry on there because it's an alcohol-based marker. Okay, and then I'm going to take my olive, and obviously this is for all of my stems and leaves. Okay, so I have all of these colored in. It just took a second to do all the yellows and the greens. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this. There is kind of an up and a down for the leaves, so you want your leaves on this to go up. So kind of just lay this here. It's obviously gonna go centered, but you kind of wanna know about how far. So like right there. And then just adhere this to the center portion of this. But you're really trying to figure out like about how far down here. And then if you don't press too hard and it's not in the right place, you can move it, but we're good there. And then I'm going to take, before I stick this down, you do want to get your greeting on here, because if you mess it up, then you still have time to move it. So this says, with a great big wish for happiness. And I know it should say happy birthday, and then this should go on the inside. I liked it the other way. So you can say with a great big wish for happiness, happy birthday. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna stick this down here. And then I'm gonna put the happy birthday on the inside. Don't ever do your whole card and then leave your greeting for the end, because if it smudges or you miss a letter or it's messed up, it's harder to take it all apart. So do this now, and then if it's messed up, you can maybe fold your card backwards or kind of rearrange it. Or if you have to, you get another piece of white and just pull that off, as opposed to trying to make something work because that was bad. So now I'm going to take my dimensionals, because I want this to be raised up. And add one to each corner here. And then I have my little tiny ones, and I'm just going to add it to these two big flowers. One here, and then one here. These are the little mini dimensionals, and that way those won't kind of sag in. It'll be enough to hold most of it up. They'll have a little bit of movement to them, but they'll be okay. These all off. Make sure you get the two on your flowers. And just center this on here. I love the way the green off plays the... And because the foil's part of the Noble Peacock, and those other colors tend to be dark, sometimes I think we look at it and we're like, that's a winter. You know, the blue and the peacock and this, but it doesn't have to be. Just mix it with some other colors. Now this you may need to trim. Mine's not bad. Stick it that way. So I just wanted this to be a little bit of banner to kind of hold some of the other flowers. That's why this was offset, if you thought I was stamping it kind of crooked. Then just take these over here. So I'm going to take my biggest tulip, put it here, and it doesn't really matter where they go. And then I'm going to take my biggest flower here and add that, and then just kind of work down. You have a bunch of them, and you don't have to put them all here. If you want to put one on the inside, you can. But just kind of layer them. I don't want to cover up all of those cute little holes, because that's one of my favorite parts of this. I'm just putting enough adhesive here that it kind of holds this on. There we go. And then get our little pearls. And I did 3, so obviously I want one up here on this part where my dimensional's showing through. And then one on my banner. Come on, pick it up. Sometimes these little things are hard to get. One here and then one here. So there's one in each area. How sweet is that? It's so super simple. Bright and cheery. You could switch the colors up. Like I said, I thought about doing purples and yellows or blues and purples. You could really do any. You could, if it gets to be fall, do some oranges and colors. And you know, this paper back here comes in the blues and the purples. So if you have a wedding, you could switch it to the wedding colors of the people. There's a, is there a wedding saying? I think there's a congratulations. We have a, what's this I hear? Well, all I can say is congratulations. So that would be really cute to put on there. There's a, if loving thoughts could heal, you'd be better already. So, and then there's also happy birthday, another sensational year of you. So there's a bunch of sayings. So you'd be set. This would make, how fun would this be to do a little gift set of cards with all the different sayings, different colors of flowers, and give that to somebody. So that's what I have for you today. Make sure you check out my website all the time, but I do have a weekend special this weekend. So you'll want to check that out. And I always have monthly thank you gifts. So that's what I have for you today. Have a great day. Bye.